Alrighty, class. Let me get this up real quick. Alright, we're going to be doing a new assignment. It's called the Flip Classroom. This is going to be your home assignment to be viewed by you on October 16th, 2013. Okay, so this is something new. As you can tell, this is probably something you're not too familiar with. It's something new that I'm trying, so I'm open to suggestions. You will watch this video that I constructed for you, and as I speak about what's on the screen, you're going to take notes that I have the questions listed on the other slides, what you're supposed to answer. If I'm moving too fast, it's really easy. You can just pause the video, and you can get better clarity by reading the information. Answer the questions that I write down for your answers. Take these notes. Can be used for tomorrow in class because there's going to be an assignment, so that's the kind of point of this. You want to learn some of the information now, write down your questions, the answers to your questions, and bring them into class so that I can answer them in better, further understanding. Alright, so let's begin. So what you're going to be learning about is the American government, kind of just a build-up of the three branches of government, which is the executive, legislative branch, and judicial branch. Okay, now first I'm going to go into kind of why we even have three branches. This is just a short overview, remember, because we're going to be going into detail with it in class tomorrow. It helps to control the government in a way that there's not a monarchical rule, which means just like kind of like a dictatorship. So it helps to control the government. Each branch has their own duty, which also helps to branch out the responsibilities so that not one person or one branch is in control of everything, like a little too overwhelming, and also gives too much power to a single person or branch. And then with that, it also has a checks and balances system, which, as you can tell, they can check each other's powers, so not one government becomes too controllable and has too much power. Okay, so let's get into it a little bit. We're going to start off with the executive branch. Now during this, I'm going to click on the link. It's going to take us to a site. I want you to pause the video if I'm moving too fast, obviously, but I want you to answer these questions in your notes. So who runs the executive branch? What are the leader's responsibilities, and what are the cabinet's responsibilities? Okay, three easy questions. So I'll take you to the page now. Alright, the executive branch. Here we go. As I told you, I'm going to just scroll through section to section. Pause the video if you need to read more information. I want to make sure that you read this whole thing just so you have better understanding for tomorrow in our class discussion. You'll be able to answer all the questions. Alrighty, like I said, you can pause the video if you need more time, but right now I'm going to head back to the PowerPoint. Alright, so after the executive branch, we're going to go to the legislative branch. Now the same thing, I want you to answer these questions in your notes. Which article established the legislative branch? What does it consist of that makes the U.S. Congress? What does Congress do? And how many representatives are in the House? How many representatives are in the Senate? Okay, so I'm going to take you to the site right now. There we go. Okay, like I said, remember, pause the video. Going back to the PowerPoint now. Now we're going to finally end with the judicial branch. Okay, so the questions I want you to answer: who appoints the members of the judicial branch? Which article of the Constitution established the Constitution? Who decides how the judicial branch is structured? And what is the highest court in the United States? Alright, going to take you to the site right now. Here we go. Make sure to read until you really understand the subject matter like we've talked about in class. Just don't skim over it. If you have any questions about it, go back, read over it until you have your understanding, even if that means writing down the summary of each paragraph. Okay, I'm going to take you back to the PowerPoint. Now, that is the mini lesson for you today. It was based on you trying to get more research, having the questions, answering them as I scrolled through. Now, I wanted to do this because it helps take more time in class for you guys to ask your questions. So technically, this was the in-class assignment. Now, tomorrow is going to be like the homework assignment in our class to check for your understanding. We're going to have a little bit of discussion. First, to see how you like this, ways I can improve on it, and maybe if you like it, we can do it again. It doesn't matter to me. That we're going to see what everybody thinks. We're going to answer some short answer questions and a little short essay. I'll be walking around the room making sure that everyone's on track, on pace to finish by the end of class, and I'm there for your understanding. Okay? So with this, you're all done, and I'll see you tomorrow.